We have never have asked to switch hotel rooms for any reason whatsoever. It's just not as advertised, as if the air conditioner wasn't working at all in Florida in like 70 to 80 degree weather. Walls shaking, like feeling, we felt the bass in our room. He goes, no, none of the outlets are working. So I just said that there was water coming from the light above the tub, and out of all of the sections or rooms in this hotel, we were in the stream of water. Hello everybody, it is Dingle here and welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing super duper well. And today guys, I honestly did not think that this vlog was going to go this way. After the first incident, I just had a thought that it would be like 20 seconds in this second vacation vlog, and then we would just like move on, and the second vacation vlog would be full of just what we were doing our day, what we were eating, things like that. But after everything that Jack and I went through, as dramatic as that sounds, within the first 24 hours, it was less than 24 hours in this hotel, I knew that I had to make at least the first half of this vlog just explaining everything that went down, because it was crazy. I just want to like vent and tell you guys what happened the first 24 hours and like all of the different things that like went down. And then once I'm done venting about it, this vlog and us, we can like fully go forward from this. Oh my gosh, it was crazy. Okay, the gist of it, my friends. Jack and I have been switched to 4 different rooms within the first 24 hours of staying at this hotel. Before we get into what happened in each of the rooms and why that occurred, I would like to first just say a blanket disclaimer that all of what I'm about to talk about is 1000% first world problems, like 1000%. We are so lucky to be here in general. We are so fortunate to be able to do this vacation. We feel very lucky, and we're very happy to be here. Me telling you guys what happened, venting about it, it is no reflection of me not being aware that I am very lucky to be here right now. That is a blanket disclaimer so that we can move on and just realize that this is a venting session and letting you guys know what went down. So let's get into it. Just to set the stage, and so you guys can be kind of on the same mental level as Jack and I were coming to Fort Lauderdale and being very excited about it. Jack and I have not taken a relaxing, treat yourself vacation in like, we actually can't remember. The last vacation, I should say, that we took together was to TwitchCon in 2019. That was the last time that we were both on the plane together. But that was not a relaxing vacation whatsoever. It was very busy, lots of people, lots of interaction, like very draining, so fun, but it was not a treat yourself vacation whatsoever. Normally when Jack and I go on vacations or even go somewhere for something, we're constantly looking at Airbnbs or going grocery shopping so we don't spend a ton of money on like food and stuff when we're on vacation. But this vacation, just to set the stage for you, this was supposed to be, and will be still, this coming here is supposed to be very rejuvenating, very treat yourself. We feel so lucky again to be able to do it, but we were so ready to just let loose, have fun, live the life of luxury for just like 5 days. We were so ready for it, especially after this past year. We were so ready to treat ourselves. And for a couple people who don't normally go that route for a vacation, you can imagine how excited we were to be in that mindset and how like excited and lucky we felt to do that. So now that we are all, you and I, in that mindset and understanding where our heads are at coming into this, let's get into it, my friends. So I would say the number one thing when we were booking a hotel room, and like the hotel room that we were booking, was we preferred a king bed, did not have to be, and we wanted a view of the ocean, and the hotel room should just be clean and feel kind of nice. We wanted to feel kind of treating ourselves. It didn't have to be like the Ritz-Carlton. It just needed to be something that was like updated, felt clean, and I wanted a view of the ocean with a balcony to go out and sip my coffee during the morning and see the water and like be there out in the sunshine on a balcony in the morning. So when I was looking at the room options, there were like rooms with double queens. There was like a king studio that didn't have like an extra room or anything. It was just like a bedroom. But then when I was looking at the rooms to book in this hotel, they have this king suite situation where it has an extra room. It was like a sitting room with like a coffee table and stuff like that. And then you walk out on the balcony, and it came to under $100 more than any of the other options for the whole week. So with that mentality of treating yourself and wanting to feel like very treated and bougie and things like that on our vacation, I was like, that's such a steal. Like, let's go for it. So we got this like mini king suite type of thing, and I was just so pumped. And in the pictures, it shows the king bed as well as like a sitting area, and then a clear balcony, like type of private, like glass balcony area. You can see it overlooking water, and it was an ocean view suite. That's what it was advertised as. When we got here, the concierge person said that there were 2 available, but one was on a construction side, and he said that it's just like not a very pretty thing to look at. You can still see the water, but the hotel that we would be looking at on the other side was under construction, and then our thought was also just the noise. We didn't want to like be waking up to construction, and if we like opened our sliding door to like hang out on the balcony, which was very important to me, the balcony, remember the balcony, I really wanted a balcony. I didn't want to hear like saws and hammers and stuff like that, so we were like, okay, not that option. He was like, the other option is it's on the other side of the hotel, which is great, but it's still being cleaned. And I was like, that's okay, we will wait for it to be clean. And he was like, sweet, I will give you a text or a ring like once it's clean. We were like, awesome. So we dropped our bags off just like behind the desk, and then we went out to eat. And I think it was like 2 hours later or so, we got a text that it was ready. So very excited. I was like, oh my gosh. We go up to our room and we enter the hotel room, and immediately it was just dark. Like, it was very nice, don't get me wrong. It also could have been that time of day, you know, that type of thing. And I like looked and I couldn't really see like a balcony, like I couldn't really tell what was like beyond the sitting room. Again, very nice room. Just was like dark, and my first thought was like, what's the view? What is the view? So we go out, and the balcony is not a balcony. It's actually the same level as a lot of different other like level-based balcony things, but it's very public. Like, there is a gate that isn't locked. Anyone can come into that gate. Like, there is a gate that goes onto a public kind of crevice part of the hotel, which is then connected by a completely open gate. Like, there's not even a gate, like a completely open walkway to the main pool. And then the view of the ocean, like, yeah, sure. Like, you could, if you poked your head around somewhere, you could see the ocean. But I was like, like, no. And just another thing I want to preface, and I asked Jack before I started recording, we have never, both of us, never have asked to switch hotel rooms for any reason whatsoever. We have stayed in some pretty questionable locations, like when we were like moving across the country, or staying in Airbnbs in Italy, or like something like that. Like, we have stayed in kind of questionable things just to like get through and just move on. It's like really not that big of a deal to us, because we're usually like out and exploring all this stuff. But again, remember, we wanted to live the life of luxury for just 5 days and treat ourselves and be really comfortable and just like feel really relaxed and rejuvenated. So when I realized that that was our ocean view in our private balcony for what we were paying for this room, I just felt so wrong about it, and I felt so let down. So I got my big girl pants on, and I was like, no, I'm gonna ask to switch rooms. I'm going to ask to switch rooms. And so I looked online, and I looked at the other rooms that might be available. At the end of the day, for us, and like for me, it really didn't matter what type of bed there were, what if we got a suite or not. Like, I really didn't care. I just kind of really wanted a balcony that was like private and just really nice to like sit out and look at the ocean. That's what we came for. Warm weather, ocean, and relaxation. So we went downstairs and I explained the situation. We were very, very nice. I hate people who talk to people like in the service industry like so rudely. It's just such a pet peeve of mine. And so we were talking to her and we were like, it's just not as advertised or what I thought that I was booking. We're here to like really treat ourselves, and we haven't taken the vacation in so long. And she was like, absolutely, totally understand. She was like, the only thing is we don't have a suite like that that's available on the non-construction side. And we were like, that's totally chill. Don't even worry about it. Do you have just like one of your like double queens or just like a king studio? We don't even need a suite or anything. Just with a balcony on the other side, looks out on the ocean. And she was like, yes, absolutely, no worries. And once she realized that like we weren't going to chew her out for the view or like whatever we got there, she was really, really nice to us. So we ended up getting a new room. This will be our second room. It has 2 queens. It's totally good. Like, we were like totally fine. Then the view was amazing. The view was so good. That is the view that I ended up posting on my Instagram yesterday. Second room that we got to was that view, and it was perfect. I loved it so much. Fast forward a few hours, we had gone out somewhere just to like explore or something, and we come back and realize that the room, even though we had set the air conditioner on, it was warm. Like it was very muggy, it was warm, it was as if the air conditioner wasn't working at all in Florida in like 70 to 80 degree weather. So that kind of freaked us out. We like set it on a different setting and then went out, we needed like water bottles or something, and then when we came back it still wasn't working. I just started spinning. I was like, we already moved rooms once, which we never move rooms, so it was kind of like already an inconvenience in my mind to like call again and like complain about the air conditioning. So I had Jack call and complain about the air conditioning, and I would have been fine. Like I'm not a very like hot sleeper, but Jack, like he needs the room like freezing when he sleeps. So I was just thinking of him not being comfortable. He's supposed to be relaxing and rejuvenating, and the aircon in the room is just not working. And so he calls down and they explain a setting or something like that, but we've already tried all the settings, so it was just like very bizarre. So we put it on there and we both just like laid in the bed because we were so exhausted. That's the other thing to mention. We were so tired. We had gotten like 3 hours of sleep the night before. We had traveled all day. We were so tired. We were walking around. It was just like a lot for one day on only 3 hours of sleep. So we could not wait to comfortably go to bed, pass out, wake up with a great night's sleep under us, and start our vacation the next day. So we're both lying there, and I would say like 20 minutes goes by. Like Jack was like, let's give it 20 to 30 minutes on the setting that they told us and just wait. And all of a sudden, air conditioner just like makes this awake sound. And the whole other time it had been blowing kind of just like room temperature air, like it wasn't blowing cold air at all. And so we waited and we were trying to feel the air that was going down right now. And all of a sudden I felt cool air on my feet. And then he was like, no, it's definitely working. And there was just this huge sigh of relief, like so good. We were like, wow, we don't have to switch rooms again. We don't have to call down again. Like we are so happy. This is perfect. Not the room that we thought that we were getting, but like totally fine. Like we are good. And I just felt so happy in that moment. So we cuddled up and we started watching the Netflix show that we're watching. It's called Behind Our Eyes. It's so good. So creepy, but like so good. We get to the end of the series and I'm like super freaked out. It's kind of like eerie and there's this huge twist at the end, massive twist, but it leaves you feeling like, ooh, like creepy. And so we're laying there in the dark because we're so tired and we're just like ready to go to bed after that episode. And it's around like 12 a.m. It's around midnight right now. And the room next to us is having an absolute rager. That's the other thing to mention. We are in Florida in March. And if you know anything about Florida in March, you might know that no matter where you go, you will be encountering spring breakers. They are having the time of their life. I don't blame them, but the room next to us was having an absolute like club dance party, like walls shaking, like feeling, we felt the bass in our room. And we let it go for the duration of like our show because we were still up and stuff. When we stopped the show, it was still kind of loud. It wasn't like as like boom, boom, boom. I honestly just suspected that they were pre-gaming before going out. And so they weren't as loud when the show stopped, but I started hearing something else. I was used to the music and the sound of people next door, but I started hearing this one other thing. I was like, Jack, like, hold on, pause it. Like, what is that? I can't describe it other than having like a card against like this sound right here. So I had him pause and we were just like listening, and I was like, it's not bothering me. I'm fine right now, but what are they doing out there? And Jack's like, oh, it's just the shower. The shower was like dripping. I couldn't turn it off. And I was like, okay. And I was also super freaked out by the show. So the energy in the room was weird. It was just so strange. And I just felt like something was wrong. I just felt it. I feel that way after watching any weird, scary type of like creepy show or whatever. But I asked him, I was like, would you mind checking on it for me? And he goes, yeah, absolutely, no problem. So we turn off the sound machine, which was next to us. So we were trying to like drown out all the like party noise with the sound machine and stuff. So we turned that off so we can completely hear everything. And he's in the bathroom for like a solid like 60 seconds, which is a long time when like you're just going to the bathroom to like check on something. And I just hear, oh no. Literally just like, like not knowing what to say. And then he turns on the shower. At least that's what I thought he did. I thought he turned on the shower. No, he didn't turn on the shower. I'm gonna roll this clip right here. Guys, I just need to record this for when I talk about it in the next vlog. We have had the worst luck with our rooms. I don't know why this is happening to us, but this is the situation currently. So that's really fun. And then, I don't know if you guys can see that, but there is water. A lot of water coming out from under that door right there. So, I guess we're on our way to just switching rooms for the rest of the night. And We're very sleepy, so love this. So when we called down, I have to say the customer service was absolutely amazing. They immediately thought of us versus like the issue that was happening. We didn't know what was happening at the time. We just knew that our room was being flooded with water. And they immediately rebooked us to another room. And she said that the security team would be up here, which just sounds really intense, but with our new keys so that we can immediately transfer to another room for the night. And she said this room is on the construction side of the building, but the next morning we would be able to get a different room because a lot of people were checking out the next morning. We would be able to get a different room on the non-construction side like we had before. So I was like, as long as the next room that we're going to isn't leaking water and is not having water falling from the light above the tub, I'm golden. I really don't need much to go to sleep. I just don't need that. So the security person came to the door, immediately handed us the keys, and she was like, can you just show me where it is? And I was like, yes. And so she saw the light and she goes, oh my goodness. Like, she was shocked. On the phone, I didn't want to say flooding. Like, I just didn't know what was going on. It seemed to be flooding, but I honestly wasn't sure. So I just said that there was water coming from the light above the tub and also eking out from the door next to the bed. And so they were like, okay. And they sounded flustered, but they were so good. They handled it very, very professionally and very well and gave us a new room. And then when the woman came around and saw the water that was eking out from the door next to the bed, she goes, oh my goodness. Okay, well, you take your time, get all your stuff. Here's your new room. It's far away from this room. We put you in like a completely like different like side of the hallway, down a few floors, but like not anywhere near like this trajectory of water or whatever. I was like, okay. She goes, I'm gonna go check real quick, just like a few floors up. I was like, okay, let us know if you need anything. We'll be in this new room or whatever. So we get to the new room and it's probably like 12:30 at this point, and so it's dark, but I just hear the sound of the ocean. It's perfect. I can see the ocean from the balcony. It is on the construction side, but of course the building didn't have any workers or anything in it, and it wasn't too much of an eyesore, quite honestly. So in my head, I was like, I honestly might not risk going to another room. I might want to stay in this third room that we are now in like less than 24 hours of being here, because it's really not, like, honestly, it's not that bad. Like, as long as it's quiet and peaceful and all that stuff, it's totally fine. But at that point, I honestly just felt so bad. I felt like I picked a really bad hotel, except the reviews online of this hotel and the price that we were paying for it spoke highly. Like, it should have been a really great hotel, and it really was. It was just all of these little minute things that were happening. You know, a casual flood from the light above the tub. So I'm expressing to Jack that I just feel really bad. I felt like I really screwed the pooch on like picking the hotel, and he was like, it's not your fault at all. Like, please don't worry about it. Like, literally, I would have been so excited to book this hotel also. And then like 5 minutes go by and we're setting up the room, like getting ready, and we're like plugging in our phones and like kind of like making ourselves cozy in the space for the night. And he looks at me and he goes, Mac, again, I just want to be very, very clear. I do not blame you for this hotel, but it sucks. And I go, I know it does. I know. And he's so tired and we're exhausted. We are exhausted at this point. And I go, I know. He goes, no, none of the outlets are working. And I was like, are you serious? And he was like, literally, I can't charge my phone or my Apple Watch. Very first world problems. Again, I can't express that enough, but like none of the outlets were working near his bed or like near the desk area or something. We could find an outlet to plug in our sound machine, thank God, and you'll realize why in just a second. But the air conditioning was working, the sound machine was on, the bed was comfy, it was clean, it was perfect, it felt really great, and then we pass out. We fell asleep, I would say, by 1 a.m. and did not open our eyes until 9:30. He had all these grand plans to like get up and run, work out at the hotel gym, all of these stuff. No, we both like opened our eyes for the very first time in the night at 9:30. We had got the best night's sleep. It was awesome. Last night's sleep was so good. And I have the sound machine next to me, but I hear this faint noise coming from the exterior of the balcony. And I was like, oh, I can't wait to see the view, what it is in the daytime, because if it's good, then like I'm staying here. I don't want to risk another room. And I turn off the sound machine and oh, the sound is just so clear. And then I go outside. And And the view of the ocean is so beautiful, but it is just construction zone. Like jackhammers, saws, like you name it, that was going on. I mean, they're building a freaking hotel next door, so I totally understand. But that is the reason why we, in the very first place when we were checking in for the first room, and we are now in the third room, we did not want the construction side, and the guy gave us the option to not have the construction side. So we were like, okay, you know what? They said that we could change rooms today. And I think it's worth it because waking up to construction, and then every time you go out on the balcony and you see construction and you hear it, and you go out in your pajamas with your coffee, and that's what you're going out to, and that's what you're paying for, no, that wasn't gonna do it for me. I felt like we deserved more. So then of course I took them up on the offer. They had offered to let us switch rooms the next day. It had been the next day. So we go down for breakfast, and there are like 2 caution signs that say like wet and like a fan, and we look up near the elevators and the ceiling is just destroyed, like in this one section. We were like, you don't think that the flood, like you don't think it was that serious? We were like, wow, I wonder if that's crazy. We were on floor like 16, and like lobby is floor 1. Like you don't think that it went like all the way. So we go out to breakfast, and the breakfast was absolutely incredible. Jack and I, at this point, just to like set the scene, are laughing. We finally have a great night's sleep under our belt. Nothing feels overly dramatic anymore, and we're feeling really fortunate to just be in the place that we are and have each other and like our attitudes to laugh at what just went down in the first 24 hours of being in this hotel. We're having the time of our lives. We're joking, we're laughing, we're eating our breakfast. It feels really great, having our coffee, looking at the ocean while we eat. It's so good. We officially decided at breakfast that yes, we are going to change rooms. It is important to us to enjoy our vacation. And we go up to the front desk and we explain the situation, that our room was affected by a flood of some sort. We didn't know that it was like affected like all of these rooms, but we were just like, we moved because of a flood last night. And the woman looked at us and she goes, oh, okay, yeah, what number? And we gave her the number, and her demeanor kind of changed. I don't know how to describe it, but we did understand in just a second. She ended up explaining about the flood because we had asked. We were like, we didn't know if it was the air conditioner. It was super weird, like in our room or whatever. And she was like, no, it happened on floor 18. And I was like, oh my gosh, there was a flood on floor 18. Basically, there were a group of spring breakers. As I had mentioned before, that was a very important detail, that before going out last night had left water running of some sort. And on floor 18, the water seeped down to 17, 16 into our room, 15, 13, all the way down, you all, to the lobby. And out of all of the sections or rooms in this hotel, we were in the stream of water. We were there when it hit 16. We were there when it hadn't yet hit 15, and we had moved out. That means all throughout the night, the water was going down, and the damage had been crazy. So my heart actually, you guys might very much disagree with this, my heart actually does go out to the spring breakers because of all the damage that they are probably gonna have to pay, and like all they wanted to do was have a fun time. Like I was there once, you know, I remember spring break, and I remember how like invincible you felt and how much fun you were gonna have with your friends, and then to come back from the clubs or wherever you were having fun to like, I estimate maybe $50,000 in damage when you think of the amount of floors and like walls and damage that was done, you were responsible for, and you had to like call your, like, oh my gosh. And then my heart also went out to the hotel because you can't rent out those rooms until they are like completely dry and like patched up. It's just like their whole situation just sucked. So we were very, very, very grateful to the hotel. After all that, actually, we're still very, very grateful at how they handled the situation. We expressed how well they handled it. So we were expressing our gratitude to the night staff and just how on it they were. And so she was really, really happy to hear that our experience was good given everything that had gone on. And she ended up giving us a corner room for our 4th room. From number 4, and I am so happy to say that this is the last room, and I'm going to say that with confidence, okay? This is the last room that Jack and I are in. It is the 4th room in less than 24 hours that we have been in this hotel, but it is so freaking awesome because it is an original suite that we had booked originally, but it's a corner room, so we have such a nice freaking view. We've got like a wraparound balcony, and honestly, this upgrade with this view view, as well as having the king and the suite and all of that, like, wouldn't have happened unless all of that happened. So honestly, even when it feels like the world is just against you, like, they have a plan. The universe has a plan, and I feel really, really, really grateful for this room. I just can't believe it came full circle to just like the nicest room out of all of it, you know? So the room's a little messy, but why don't I show you guys this room? So here's the front door, and this is the view that you see when you first walk in. First is the bathroom. Hello, the lighting is amazing in here. We have lots of room to put like our skincare, toiletries, all that stuff, a sink, standard toilet and all that, a shower. The shower is bougie too. It's got like that waterfall thing. These are Jack's athletic shorts that he washes in the shower and then hangs. Very cute little stool, very cute. This is the tub, no leaking water coming out of that light, and very, very nice. But then you walk down here, hi Bubby, and here's our bed. There's Cinnamon chilling, but now we get a king instead of a queen that we slept in last night. The queen was awesome, but the king is gonna be like super awesome. And then, yeah, hi Bubby.
I built our braca.
Oh, you built it, very nice.
Yeah, it's only $52,000.
Oh, perfect. Let me just pull that out of my pocket for you.
Who did?
This is like a little desk area. Here's a mirror. Guys, if you know me at all, this aesthetic, this clean, natural woods and like neutrals, it's so good. And then you come in here, and this is the sitting area I was talking about. We've got a little couch. This table's so cute. We've got a little sitting area over here. Just love this vibe. TV there. TV over here, actually. I just realized we have 2 TVs. Wow. Bougie, guys, bougie. And then, guys, this is what she meant by a corner room. We have our own private balcony. Very windy today, you guys, so please forgive, but we've got the ocean right here. This beautiful view, and the balcony wraps around here. You can see Jack right in there. Hi, Bubby. And then you come back over here into the room.
Can I just do a pre-cocktail dinner cocktail?
Oh my gosh, really? A pre-cocktail dinner cocktail?
Yeah.
Wow. And then for International Women's Day, just a side note, Jack showed up after his workout with these flowers.
International
Women's Day and chocolate. You guys know that he keeps getting me these chocolate bars. I have like 3 at home that I have not been able to like keep up with him buying them for me. Tell this man one time that these are your favorite chocolate bars, and then you'll just literally will not stop getting them. And then for these flowers, I was like, I wish we had like a pretty like water bottle or like wine or something like that, or to like put them in. So on the way back from lunch today, we picked up just this Barefoot like bottle, which I really liked the branding on.
Oh, and what a shame. We have to empty it out.
Oh no, so sad. We're having some pre-dinner cocktails. It's like 5:30 right now.
Here's
in these very, very nice glasses.
Eco-friendly wine glass.
Oh, thank you so much. That's so nice of you.
Cheers.
Cheers, Bubby. To the 4th hotel room. Baby, before you go back outside, you were the one that discovered the flood within the bathroom. Like, what was what was your take on that? Like, just real quick. I gave all of the like deets and stuff of what happened.
So like we were watching the show and stuff. And
yeah.
Okay, so Mac probably then told you that she's very superstitious and like.
Oh, I didn't actually.
Okay, so something you need to know about Mac is she believes in ghosts and the supernatural.
Absolutely.
She's seen people that aren't actually there dancing on her desk in the middle of the night.
I have.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mac is, what are you, like 1/8 or like, you're 8%, she's 8% Cherokee. So
we don't know if that actually means anything, but that's like.
there is a spirituality in Mac's blood. And like, enough to freak your husband out. And like, her mom is also in tune with it, like, she just knows things. So anyway, all of that to say, we finished this show, so Mac's like hinky meter is off the charts already.
I told them the energy in the room was just very strange.
Just weird because of the show, and you need to watch behind her eyes to truly understand. Watch the whole thing.
So great.
And then we'll talk about it. Mac hears the sound because she's on high alert, and I've heard the sound before. My first thought is that it was the neighbors next door. Oh, yeah. Because like, it was constant. Yeah. And it was like cheap pleather, like it was behind the headrest, so like, it was just like a college kid. It's like, they're having fun, and the Mac was like, no, it's like coming from in the room. So I know it's in our room. Yeah, I know it's in the room. And I'm like listening again, and like, oh, it's the bathroom. It's coming from the bathroom. My first thought is the shower is on dripping. Like, they shut it off. It's like, oh, Bub, it's just a shower. Yeah. And she goes, okay, cool. Can you check it out? Like, so they're like, okay, yeah, fine, like no problem. So I go inside and I step inside the bathroom. To the right is the shower, right? So when I open it up, sound is not coming from the shower.
And there's no water coming from the shower.
There's no water coming from the shower, so I'm like, okay. And I look to my front, that's where the faucet is, and there's nothing coming from the faucet. And I can't see anything but the sound, like the localization. Yeah. Then the only other thing is the tub to the left, and I look to the left, and the noise is so hard, and where it's coming from is it's hitting in the center of the tub. And there's no faucet above it. And so I'm like, how is there a sound of water hitting the center of the tub, and there's just nothing to produce that above it? And so now I'm like freaked out, like, okay, what is Mac doing? Like, what portal to the underworld did she open? Like, what is haunting us now? My worst fear is telling Mac that her worst fear has become real.
Like, this hotel is haunted.
Yeah, and like there is a spirit that has now latched itself onto you. So I'm like, all right, here we go. Here we go. Like, I'm just gonna turn on the lights, and if Bloody Mary jumps out of the mirror, like, that's okay. I can run away.
Oh my God, you sacrificed yourself for me.
I flipped on the lights. Mary did not jump out, thank God. Thank you for staying in the mirror wherever you are. As like simultaneously as I like turn on the lights, like the light above the thing went out, and then all of a sudden water just like started pouring out of the light fixture. Literally, we had a waterfall feature.
I told them that I thought you would turn the shower on.
Yeah.
But then I heard this sound. It was like, like you were just, you didn't know what to say.
Yeah.
Also, we are dressed very much spring-like today because it is at most 72 outside. And oh, hi neighbor. It's at most 72 out there, and you guys saw how freaking windy. I don't know if you can see that palm tree. It's so windy.
72 on the dot right now.
Yeah, so windy. I'll come out there in a second on our balcony because I'm so excited about this hard-earned balcony.
Bring the wine out there to entice you to come out faster.
Oh, okay. I'll be out there in just a second. So yeah, we are dressed very spring-like today because it's 72 at most without any sun. But when we got here yesterday, it was like 73 or so with sun, and it felt very warm. The sun is so powerful down here. And tomorrow, it's supposed to be like 73 to 75 with like sun. So we're so excited. We're gonna finally get our vacation on starting tomorrow. And we got our vacation on starting today. As you can see, pre-dinner cocktails and stuff like that. We've been eating really good. We've been chilling. We've been really just like recovering from like all of the whiplash that happened the past 24. This is the first like normal-ish day vacation-wise that we've had, because this is the day that we got this hotel room in the first place. We got in here around like 12 p.m. I want to say today, so around lunchtime. So we've just been like soaking it in. It's like 5:37 right now. We have dinner reservations actually at 7, so this is perfect. So we're gonna have some sushi. We're gonna relax. This has already been a great day, even if the weather wasn't as like warm and sunny as we were hoping for. We had a great morning reminiscing and like recounting the events that had happened in the last 24 hours, as well as just having a great brunch and getting my flowers for International Women's Day. I edited the previous vlog and uploaded it, and yeah, it's been really, really great. So I think I'm gonna cut it for this vlog. I know it wasn't the vacation-y, blissfully bliss vlog that you guys were probably expecting, and I can relate to you on that. I wasn't expecting that either. But in the next one, my friends, I don't even want to say anything about it. There is just a very exciting thing that will be happening in the next vlog. I'm so pumped. So if you are into these vacay vlogs, as weird and abnormal as they might be, make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. I would really, really appreciate you. We upload on this channel every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Everyone, don't forget to give this video a big old thumbs up. Good luck for the rest of our vacation, and I will catch you guys in the next one, my friends. I'll see you later. Bye!